And there we go. Hey, hi everyone. Good morning for me, maybe good evening for you, or good middle of the night, depending on where you're at. My name is Pete, and I am your coach for the challenge. And this is the Ultimate Membership Site Challenge. So we are in the process of week 2 of the challenge. We're building our membership sites. And what we're always going to do, whether it's a one-on-one call, that's private or a group coaching call like this, is we're going to start off with a victory, and I'm going to go first. So for me personally, if we've already met on a one-on-one call, you know I always like to start with a personal and a professional victory because I'm kind of a work-life balance guy. Married with 5 kids, so I have to be. And I don't want you to feel obligated that you need to do that as well. So just one victory is okay, but I'm going to share 2. So my big personal victory over the last couple of days is that baseball season started here for my kids. So we spent the last couple of days going to baseball games and practicing in the yard and that sort of thing, and that's always fun and exciting to do. Especially my daughter, she's really, really good. She's only 6, but she's actually better than the 9-year-old, which is pretty funny. Frustrates him, but that's my personal victory. And then my professional victory is that although I had to stay up pretty late last night, I successfully started a new ad campaign for a diabetes product that I'm representing, running Facebook ads. So finally figured out a couple of technical glitches, and I'm very happy about that. So for you guys, I'll just go, I guess, left to right across my screen as I see it. So if I put you on the spot, I'm sorry, but that's just the way my screen goes. So we're going to start with, and I'm not sure the pronunciation, is it Agnesia or Agnesia?
That's right, yes, it's Agnesia.
Agnesia, okay, fantastic. Well, welcome to the call, and what's your victory for today?
That I actually made it to the Hangout. I was supposed to still be at work, so I managed to negotiate time off. So I think that's a professional and a personal victory.
Fantastic. I'm glad you made it. Welcome. All right, and next we have Colin.
G'day. So my personal victory is I made it as well, but that's pretty lame. So, and my sorry, that's my business. And then my personal victory is I got up early enough this morning to go and exercise.
Oh, fantastic. Good job. All right, next. It looks like we have Emily.
Hi. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I had a bit of I got over myself today. I got over my fear of having to have things perfect. So instead of I was getting caught up over the keyword searches, and it was really stopping me moving forward. And in the end, I bit the bullet, and I just put in what I thought was right. And from then on, I've since been powering through all the steps, and everything's opened up as a result. So, and the other thing was I went to the gym as well for the first time in God knows how long, and I actually did a class. Well, no, I lie. I did 10 minutes of a class, and I died, and I had to walk out. But
but you did it.
All right. Yay. All right, awesome.
That was a huge achievement for me. I've been stuck behind a computer for about 12 months.
Well, congratulations. Sounds a lot fun and exciting. And maybe a little bit later on in the Hangout, there might be a few of us that want to hear a little bit more about your struggles with the keyword research, because I know a lot of people get hung up on that little thing, and your experience might be relevant for some of us. So we'll talk later.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, next we have Irene.
Me, Irene?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to say that I don't have a camera on this this one, so you don't see me, but
you see your lovely picture. It's okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Personal victory. It's actually from yesterday. I do a lot of volunteer work, and last night I got to lead a meeting, and we just got everything that we were supposed to do in the meeting. Got it done. So that felt like awesome when I came home, and I was so tired, but it was all worth it. So that was
Great.
my personal one. And
Sounds
then for today, I work as a coach, and my work victory then is that I had a really good day at work. I helped a lot of people do a lot of positive things, and it was a really good day because I even got some time off, so I could have some food before I came on and met you today.
good. So you have lots of energy, ready to go.
Yes,
All
very.
right. Good. And I see JD and I both have our morning coffee. So good morning, JD, and it's your
Good
turn.
morning. My turn? I'm up?
Your turn. You're up.
Okay. Personal victory is I ran a half marathon in Windsor, California last Sunday. To put that in perspective, I'm 71 years old. I didn't start running until I was 58. So I think that's a personal victory for me. I run a half marathon every month. Emily, all it takes is the first thing. You just have to commit and do it. I mean, even if it's just 1 minute, at least you did it. And so just build on that. My business victory is yesterday I participated in a meeting with a group of CPAs that are my potential referral sources, but I've been volunteering for over 30 years as like an emergency person. When a CPA dies, I step in and help pull things together. So I got a chance to explain that program to a group of my colleagues, and I'm going to have the opportunity to present a program on how I do that, so that again I can get the word out. That's it.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Well, that's a lot. Thanks for sharing. And I wish that I had the energy to run a half marathon now, in my mid-40s than I would myself.
First step, Pete. Just the first step. That's all it takes.
First step is the hardest, man.
That's right.
All right. Next we have Sonia. Your big victory.
Yeah. Hi. My personal victory was a couple. Number one was I managed to get around to thanking everyone today who had wished me a happy birthday. Either whether it was obviously a phone call or a Facebook or whatever, I managed to get back to everyone. So I felt good about that, and get back to them personally, and managed to be on this call. I wasn't sure. I got back only recently from a birthday meal, and I'm happy to be here, joining you all. And professionally, I was getting a bit frustrated with the membership site, and I was persevering, and couldn't get access or to see the dashboard, even though I had submitted my intake form, and finally managed to get access to the dashboard. So I'm happy about that.
All right, fantastic. And how about I start off by saying and wishing you a very, very happy birthday. I'm so happy that you get to join us for at least a little while on your birthday, even though maybe you didn't plan to. And how about everybody on the count of three? We'll just all wish Sonia a happy birthday. So if you unmute yourself, and 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday,
Sonia. Thank you.
All right, and I'll spare you the having to listen to me sing, so we won't have to sing.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's an extra special thank you for sparing me.
You're very welcome. All right, and it looks like one other person did jump on the call kind of midway. So, and it looks like it's Andre or Andre. How do you pronounce it?
It's pronounced Andre.
Andre
also works.
Okay, well, welcome to the call. And as you probably picked up, we're just sharing
one victory or two, either personal, professional, or both, and something that that's excited you, that makes you want to go yay, sometime over the past week or two.
Okay, in the past week or two, I think just taking part in this whole challenge has been quite a victory for me, because I'm a little bit challenged on the internet stuff, so I'm learning quite a lot.
Good.
And I'm finding that very exciting, and just hope everything is not totally going to go over my head all the time.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for sharing, and I'm sure you don't have to worry about that. I know I talked to a lot of people this week on one-on-one calls, and what I tried to explain to them, because not everyone is technically sound. Some of us are techno dummies, and that includes me. There's a lot of things that even I don't understand about technology, but with the program, the format of the challenge and the videos that Sean records, and then with the coaching support that you'll get from me, other people that you're going to meet here in your group, you'll find that the technology is actually a very small portion of what we do, and what's going to propel you forward to help you reach your goals in the challenge and with your membership site. About 5%, I think, ends up being technology. Maybe another couple of percent has to do with real, like, technical issues, like some of you having with logins and things like that, and that's stuff that we can discuss. But the rest, the other 88 to 90%, is just moving forward, overcoming obstacles, overcoming resistance and fear, and trying not to be perfect and get caught up on these little things. And that's something that I, as your coach, and the people that are going to support you during this time, including those of us that are on this call together, will help do our best to keep you moving along, so that you do reach your goals and you do successfully complete the challenge. So don't worry, we're here for you, and I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine.
That's awesome. That's very encouraging. I must say, though, I was on holiday last week, and I must say that we did a lot of work and kept up to date every day with what we had to do, even though we were on holiday. So I think that's quite a victory.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You did whatever it took, and another great point. So you guys are doing some great coaching, like self-coaching right now, and I always find that it's a lot easier if you bite things off in small little chunks and do a little bit every day, so that you keep up. No matter what you're doing, whether you're on a holiday, whether you're busy, whether life gets in the way, whether something unexpected happens, if you can persevere and make sure that you take that little action just a little bit every day, it will make the overall challenge seem much, much easier, and then you won't feel like stress and overwhelm, or worse, feel like you're falling behind, or get things mixed up, because in a lot of instances, things have to follow in like a sequential order. So first you do A, and then you do B, and then you do C, and if you miss a step and you try to do C before you do A, then confusion sets in and stuff doesn't work, and it causes even more frustration, which compounds itself. So I think your strategy of doing a little bit every single day, no matter what it takes, is probably the best one.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just all about scheduling and making it a priority.
Yeah, absolutely right. In fact, one of the things that I do recommend for anybody that is really struggling to get stuff done during the day, and you find that, like, at the end of the week you're trying to get caught up on like all 7 days worth of challenges, is find out a time in your schedule that really works best for you, and it's a recurring time that you're going to set as an appointment inside of your calendar. And I think maybe Colin and I talked about this the other day, where for me, I'll schedule it almost as if it were a dentist appointment, or a doctor's appointment, something that I ordinarily would not miss. If I know I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 4 o'clock, then I'm going to show up there at 4 o'clock, spend my hour or two, hour waiting, maybe an hour with the doctor, and then leave after that and go about my day. But that chunk of time is blocked out. And if you could do that with the challenge, actually schedule it and adhere to it, then I think you've got a much better opportunity of successfully completing your daily activities.
Yes,
And
that's thank you.
and there's a mentor of mine, a guy that I know in Florida. He's worth about $20 million, and his schedule is so regimented that he can tell you what he's doing almost every minute of every day. And there are times that he builds in called buffer times, where if something goes awry or he needs to move things around, he can move it into this buffer time. But he finds he's most likely to complete his activities with regards to his business very early in the morning, typically first thing in the morning. So in the past, before he was successful, he would wake up at, say, 7 or 8 a.m., rush to get ready for work, and then be at work at his normal 9 to 5 job by 9 o'clock. Well, what he started doing is getting up an hour early. So instead of getting up at 8, he would get up at 7. And then he would spend that 1 hour from 7 to 8 strictly working on his goals and his business that he had set for his entrepreneurial life, so he could get out of his 9 to 5 job. And he did that religiously every single day from 7 to 8. He would only work on those items that were going to have the biggest impact on helping him reach his goals. And within 18 months, he had quit his job, had successfully started his own business, and was well on his way to making his first $1 million. So if you're someone that has trouble like doing things during the day, if you schedule something and then you get too busy, or life gets in the way, or you keep procrastinating and putting it off, and then next thing you know, it's very late at night and you're trying to get it done and you're having trouble focusing, instead try scheduling it in the morning and getting up an hour early. Yes. And then working on your items at that point and see if that helps.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was very helpful. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. All right. Well, I guess what I'd like to do now, just to let you know that the calls are scheduled to last, just like our one-on-one calls, from 30 to a maximum of 40 minutes. And we'll have 2 of these group calls every month. And I can do one of 2 things. I can open it up for questions right away, and I guess we'll put it to a democratic vote. Or, which might be a better time saver right now, is I can share some of the most frequently asked questions that I get in the past week or so, and that might be a question that you already have, and I don't have to answer you specifically to what's going on with your system, but I could talk about the challenges that I've seen as a coach from the entire group over the past week or 2, and then if you have any questions remaining after that point, and we still have time, then you can ask me then, or you can follow up with an email after the Hangout. So which one would you guys like to do? Just fire away, or would you like me to share some of the FAQs first?
FAQs.
FAQs. Okay, FAQs. Oh, all right, cool. Sounds good. All right, so I guess the biggest challenge that I've seen from a number of you that are here, or a couple of you that are not here, is getting locked out of your website, like not even being able to access the challenge activities at all, and getting some type of lockout screen. So I'm not exactly sure what the root cause is, what the issue, whether it's something technically wrong with the site itself, or whether it's the process that you're following to try to log on. But Sean sent a video the other day via email, a link showing the proper way to access the actual challenge activities through your membership site. Now, whether you realize it or not, even if you haven't purchased a domain, or haven't done your keyword research, or even chosen a niche or a niche for your site, all of you were given a membership site when you joined. We created one for you. And let me see if I can find the link to put into the chat box of somebody else's site. And I think, Colin, I'm going to use you as the guinea pig, because I believe I happen to have a link for your site handy. And it's basically, yep, here it is. So everyone can log into the membership site that we created for you. This is what you're actually going to use to edit and have people sign up and pay you money on a monthly basis. At this in this format, I'm going to put it into the chat box. So if you don't know how to access your chat box, over on the left-hand side of your screen, if you hover your mouse over there, the very top icon is a blue box with some white lines in it. And when you click on that, it will open up the group chat on the right-hand side. And you'll see that I pasted a link in there for Colin's membership site, and it's colins.umssmember.com would be the homepage, and then the login, it's /wp-login.php. So all of you, most likely, your membership site has the exact same URL format. It's going to be your first name and the first initial of your last name. There are some exceptions to that. So, if possible, there was like another Colin S. That is signed up for the course, then they might do something slightly different, like put your first name and the first 2 letters of your last name would be what makes up that link. So all of you should be able to find your membership site right now by figuring out what that link is and just typing it into a web browser. If you're unsure, then you can always send a ticket to the help desk, and I believe the URL is marketingonlinesupport.com, but let me verify that. Now you can access the help desk from the inside of the website as well. So when you log in, there should be a button on the left-hand side of the screen that says support that you can click, and then that will open up a new window where you can enter a support ticket. And you should be able to do that whether you're inside the challenge site or inside of your actual membership site. There should be a way for you to access support either through clicking a link or clicking a button. You may have to look around for it a little bit, but let me just see if I can verify this direct link for you. Yes, that is correct. So it's marketingonlinesupport.com. So let me type that into the chat box. So if for any reason you're locked out of your websites, you just can't figure it out, you have no idea what's going on, if you go to marketingonlinesupport.com, then you should be able to enter a ticket and get it answered right away. Now I know some of you have had repeated issues, and you've been emailing Sean, and he's asked you to email him directly just to follow up and make sure you're okay. That's fine. If you're already emailing Sean, then you can continue to do that. But if it's a new issue or something that Sean hasn't expressively given you permission to email him about, just go to that link, marketingonlinesupport.com, and submit your ticket. So a couple of other FAQs. You'll see that there's a lot of like inner working pieces that are going on with various websites and resources that we're working with to get started. And you would have been able to access them through one of several ways, and in many cases I found that you're forgetting that you've completed something, or you're confused about what you've actually completed, or you don't realize that there's multiple sites with different login details that you have to use to get into them. So you could have filled out the intake forms via a link in an email. That's one method. Or if you had gone through the pre-training and did steps 1, 2, and 3, looked at the activities that are on those steps and completed them and watched the training videos and clicked the links on those web pages to complete the intake forms, then those links on those web pages in steps 1, well, it's really steps 2 and 3, also match the links that are in the emails that Sean sent out. So you don't have to complete them twice. It's actually the same end result. It's just you get there one of 2 different ways. So as long as you've completed those intake forms, as of right now, what you have access to is a membership site, which we give you when you're joined, and I shared the format of that link earlier. You have access to the challenge site, which previously you had to log in on its own, but now you're going to access through your membership site itself. And let me see if I have a link to that video, because I did see that somebody said they don't have the link. Yep, here it is. So let me copy this, and I will paste this into the chat box as well. And unfortunately, it looks like the chat box or that video got truncated. Let me try this now. Okay, there we go. So it should be that bottom link is the one that works. That's the one with Sean actually showing you that you log into your website and then how to access the challenge materials. So at this point, everyone hopefully completed at the very least steps 1, 2, and 3 of the pre-training. You can figure out how to access your membership site using that same format as the link above that I gave you in the chat. If you don't, then you can submit a ticket, a support ticket, and say, hey, I don't know how to log into my actual membership site. I can't figure out the link, or I never received a password and ID and login details, and then they should be able to send that to you. Or at the very least, you can click on that button that says, like, forgot my password or something like that on the page and be able to reset it yourself. So other than that, the only other thing you would have signed up for, which you probably didn't realize, but as part of the pre-training, was the outsourcing aspect of it. And with the outsourcing, that is a third-party vendor. It's a completely separate website with its own separate login ID and details, and you would have received an email from them with that information. And that's not connected to our sites at all. It's totally third-party. But what will happen is, part of the challenge every week, you're going to record a short 7 to 10 minute video about whatever topic your membership site is related to. And then you're going to submit that. You'll see how to do that inside of the challenge. And then when you do, that third-party vendor is going to take that video and they're going to multi-purpose it and submit it to all these various websites all over the internet with links back to either your opt-in page or your membership site. And then that's how we're going to drive traffic back to it and actually get members or prospects if they come in through your opt-in form. Now, the opt-in form, I've showed a couple of you the link to that as well. So the format for that, I'm going to type this into the chat box, is going to be grabyourfreegift.com. And then typically, once again, it's going to be your first name and the first initial of your last name. So just as an example, it would be like grabyourfreegift.com/PeteG or /PeterG. Emily asks, is that a squeeze page? Yes, it's the exact same thing. So an opt-in form or an opt-in page is the exact same thing as a squeeze page. And I believe Emily maybe submitted a support ticket because she looked at her squeeze page. She didn't like either the not the format, because we can't change that, but she didn't like the free giveaway. She didn't think that it was an exact match to what her niche was or what her membership site was going to be about. So she wanted to put something different onto that site. We can do that, but if you do that through us, there's going to be a $75 change fee to make that happen. So you've got two choices with the opt-in page. You can take the path of sloppy success, use the opt-in page that we give you just to get through the challenge. So think of it as practice, and that it's good enough for now, just to see how it works. And then you can either pay us to change it for you in the future, or I can send you some resources on how you can do your own landing page or outsource it to someone else. And I've already sent that to a couple of you, so I know that you're working on it on your own, and that's perfectly fine. So other than that, those are probably the biggest FAQs. Let me just take a quick look through the chat box. Sonia asks, when will the third-party vendor send an email. You probably should have received that already. So as part of like the intake process, most likely you would have received an email from Alex that has details about, hey, we need you to do this, sign up for the outsourcing because you get it as part of the challenge for 9 weeks. And I think the only thing you have to do is like secure it with a credit card, and they'll run a $1 charge just to verify it. You do it for the entire challenge, and then at that point, if you want to continue, then that third-party vendor will charge you a monthly fee. And if you don't want to continue, then you just cancel it, and the only thing that that you put was the $1 down just to secure it. So if you did not receive that already, I would do a search of your email inbox for anything that Alex has sent you. I would just read through it, especially prior to the start of the challenge, and look for any links that contain any references to the outsourcing. If you can't find something, shoot me an email, and I'll look through all of my own emails, and I'll try to find it, and I'll send it to you. Because just like all of you, I'm going through the exact same process. So I have the same membership site you do. I have the same outsourcing, the same pre-training. I had to buy a domain from uibcdomains.com. So I'm mirroring everything that you're doing. So chances are, if you have an issue or you can't find something, I should have a copy, or I should know what it is. All right. Let's see. Emily says she hasn't been contacted either. Yeah, basically, Emily and everybody else, I recommend going through your emails, finding that one from Alex. Somebody's got a lot of background noise. All right. Finding that one from Alex, it has to do with the outsourcing, and then going through that intake. Once you fill out the intake for the outsourcing, then you receive the information from the third-party vendor. So you have to fill out the form first, and then you get signed up for it. So if you can't find it, let me know. Send me an email, and I'll send it to you. Okay, Emily asked about the domain name being owned by GoDaddy and how to get it converted. Okay, let's see, Emily, how technical are you? Do you know anything about domain forwarding or name servers? No? Okay. All right. I don't. That's okay. I don't think that I have written instructions, but let me. I'm going to make a note to myself. That's my head's down. I'm writing to find those written instructions for doing that. And it's very easy. The process is that you're going to log into GoDaddy, and there'll be an option for you to like manage that domain. So you'll just click on the domain name, and it'll open up like a little management screen, and you'll see something called name servers. And basically, all you have to do is enter our name servers for the challenge into those two fields. So replace what GoDaddy has and save it, and then wait. Could be 5 minutes, could be up to 24 hours, but just wait for that change to go into effect, and then it'll automatically, you'll be automatically able to add it into our system. So, so Emily needs it, Andre needs it. So I guess if anybody needs it, just send me an email, and then I know to just respond to that email with those instructions. And if not,
Pete?
then I could. Yep, go ahead.
Pete,
Yes.
I can email you the instructions that Sean sent me, because I had that same issue. I've got it right at the top of my email, so you'll have it in a minute or so.
All right, perfect, awesome. Thank you so much, JD. That's why I love this group. I love the support. So as soon as I get that email from JD, I'll forward it to whoever else needs it. And JD, did you actually do it yourself yet?
Haven't done it yet because I still have to finish the intake form, but I've done it before. So, and I looked at the instructions, so it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, very straightforward, very quick, very easy. Will take less than 5 minutes. All right, great. Well, I think that's the only FAQs that I have. Unfortunately, we have about 3 minutes left on the Hangout, so anybody have a question that we can squeeze in the next 3 minutes? And you can either ask out loud or type it in the chat box.
I've just sent you one.
Yep, Sonia. So basically, some of the people that have the image versus seeing the video is that they have their video turned off. So at the top of the screen inside the Hangout, if you move your mouse up, you'll see a couple of icons. One with like a microphone that has a line through it, that mutes your microphone, and one that has a camera with a line through it. So if I click on that, then you lose my video and you just have my picture. Or if I click on it again, then we're back to video. So if you ever want people to not...
So mine doesn't have a photo, so how do I get the photo on there?
Oh, it's probably connected to like your Google profile or whatever email address you use to log into G+. So just finalize, completely fill out your Google Plus profile, and then that should take care of it.
Pete, I have a question, please. Is the squeeze page really just for to be used wherever you want to funnel people from to your website, or is the squeeze page supposed to be on your website itself as well?
No, it does not have to be on the website itself. You can have links to it on the website, clickable image or a direct link or something like that. There is a way for you to install an opt-in form on your website. So if you wanted to do that, you could. But for the purposes of this funnel, the squeeze page is off of the website, and we just drive traffic directly to the squeeze page to get the email address. After they opt in, they'll redirect either to a thank you page where they can download the report, and then they'll get a follow-up email series where we'll start to build a relationship with them and then give them links back to our website where they can learn more and then actually sign up to join.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So there's a lot of different ways that you can sell your site and get people into your funnel. This is the one that we found is easiest and works the best, and it helps you build your list, which allows you to develop that relationship as opposed to just sending someone straight to a sales page where they look at it and then they instantly make the decision yes or no, and then you might never get to see them or talk to them again because you don't have their email address. All right. When's the cutoff for submission for recording the Hangout? It's going to be Friday at it's noon Pacific time on Fridays. All right. So unfortunately, that looks like it's the end of the Hangout time. So what I'm going to do is say goodbye. I will stop the recording, and then